What if the person you are waiting for was already waiting for you somewhere, chosen by Allah, written for you before you even came into the world? You may have already met this person without knowing it. You may have looked at her without understanding why your heart suddenly calmed down. What if it wasn't just a feeling, but a divine sign? Allah does not unite hearts by chance. When He chooses someone for you, He places signs on your path. Not fairy tale dreams, but real, deep, often silent evidence that only a connected heart can perceive. In this video, we are not going to talk to you about idealized love. We're going to show you what love is guided by Allah really looks like it. Because when it's the right person, chosen by Him, you don't just feel attraction, you feel peace, clarity, strength. Here are the signs you can't ignore. This is how you will know that Allah has chosen someone to be your husband, your wife. Stay well until the end, because one of these signs could speak deeply to you. Maybe you've even seen it before without recognizing it. 1. A love written before you was even born. There are encounters that are unlike anything else, not because they are loud, explosive, or theatrical, but because they are silent, natural, and deep, as if your heart recognized something, or someone, before your mind even understands what's happening. Maybe you've already felt it, this inner calm that invades you when this person is near you. Not a passing excitement, not a purely physical attraction, but this feeling that your soul has found a familiar place. As if, somewhere between heaven and earth, Allah had written your destinies side by side, and your meeting only reactivated this decree. Because the love chosen by Allah does not need noise to be heard. It doesn't look like the movies, nor the unreal standards that society imposes. He is deep, reassuring, gentle, sometimes even invisible to others, but impossible to ignore for those who experience it. The Prophet said, "Souls are like enlisted soldiers. Those who recognize each other agree, and those who do not recognize each other separate." Reported by Al-Bukhari. When Allah unites two souls, He does not do it according to our human criteria, our lists, or our whims. It unites what is complementary, balance, destined. And this link, even if it takes time to reveal itself, it is often felt even before the words are spoken. Maybe you won't understand right away. Maybe you'll even try to run away from this feeling. But she will come back, silent, persistent. Because what your soul recognizes cannot be ignored by your heart. You will know that this person is meant for you, not just because it ticks the right boxes, but because in His presence, your faith does not tremble, your heart does not doubt, and your soul is calmed. So, what if this inner calm was the very first sign? What if it wasn't a coincidence, but a silent reminder from heaven too? When the presence of Allah is felt in your bond, there is a love that doesn't make you distracted, who does not shake your faith, but who anchors it. A love where, at the very heart of the bond, you feel Allah. This is not a relationship where you lose your way. It's a relationship that constantly reminds you why you are on this earth. You don't get lost. You find yourself there. Because Allah is present there. This kind of person, the one Allah has chosen for you, is not necessarily the one who talks the most about religion, but it is the one who, through her presence, brings you closer to it. Not by forcing yourself, not by judging you, but simply by answering you. When you're with the right person, something subtle happens. You want to pray more. You want to become better. You feel responsible before Allah. You pay more attention to what you say, what you look at, what you do, not to please this person, but because this link makes you remember Allah. And remembering Allah is the greatest blessing. In the Quran, Allah reminds us, godly men will have godly wives. Surah An-Nur 24, 2026. This is not a coincidence. This is divine logic. The one who is destined for you must help you journey towards paradise. So ask yourself this question. Does this person lead you to pray more sincerely? Do you feel a stronger attachment to your Creator in His presence? Does she elevate you, or does she push you away? Because true love, the one that Allah blesses, is not a love centered on two people. It is a triangular love, you, her, and Allah on top. And when Allah is at the center, even storms can't break anything. Maybe what you feel about her, it's not just love. It's a living reminder that your heart remains connected to the one who unites hearts. So, what if this bond that elevates you was in reality a bridge to the Most High? 3. A pursuit without force, a will that comes from the heart. I didn't know it was him at first. There was nothing spectacular about it. He didn't make a big speech. He didn't tell me things that make me dream. But he was there. And above all, he remained. This is what is often said by someone who understood, over time, that the person Allah had chosen for them was not the one who made the most noise, but the one who was present with constancy, with sincerity, with clear intentions. The future spouse sent by Allah does not need to play a role. He or she doesn't pretend, doesn't get confused, doesn't disappear overnight and come back like a shadow. He or she stays. And above all, this person advances towards you with respect. There is a form of pursuit. But it doesn't tire you. It reassures you. You don't ask yourself 1,000 questions like, why is he distant today? Is she manipulating me? Am I too much? Not enough? No. You feel that this person chose to be there, not because she has to, but because she wants to know you, protect you, build you up. It's not a hunt. This is not a strategy. It is a pure desire to honor what this bond represents. And this respect, it comes from Allah. When it's written, there's no need to force it. No need to chase after someone who keeps running away. You don't have to be a character to be worth seeing. When Allah chooses someone for you, that person does not put your heart in competition with the invisible. She's coming, she stands straight, and it shows, through actions, through clear intentions, that it is not a game. It's not just a relationship. It's a process, a decision, a firm will that makes no detours. So let's ask yourself this question, silently. Does he or she take steps towards you or around you? Is this presence constant or circumstantial? And if the real proof was not in big words, but in the simplicity of perseverance? 4. Istikhara does not lead to doubt. There is a moment when the heart hesitates, when we naturally turn to the one who never doubts. This moment is called istikhara. And contrary to what many think, istikhara is not a magic formula that sends a spectacular dream with a yes or no written in the sky. It is a spiritual key transmitted by the Prophet to open the doors that your heart alone cannot unlock. The Messenger of Allah taught this prayer to his companions as he taught them a surah of the Quran. He said, "If one of you is considering an important decision, let him pray 2 units of supererogatory prayer, then say," and he recited the famous invocation of the istikhara, reported by Al-Bukhari. This invocation is a sincere submission to Allah. O Allah, if you know that this matter is good for me, in my religion, my present life, and my end. Make it easy for me. And if it is bad, keep it away from me, and keep me away from it. But what's shocking is what's happening after. When the person is truly the one Allah has chosen for you, istikhara don't get confused. It does not come to plunge you into a deeper inner torment. She often comes, strengthen an already present peace, confirm a felt balance, clarify things that seemed unclear. You don't always get a dream, but you start to see subtle signs. The relationship becomes clearer, more fluid. Your pious entourage gives you feedback that resonates. Obstacles arise effortlessly. And above all, your heart does not agitate in anxiety. When Allah chooses someone for you, He does not send you torment in the form of a relationship. He sends you clarity. Even if the external situation is complicated, the interior is peaceful. And this is where istikhara acts profoundly. It does not necessarily change the exterior, it aligns the interior. So it's not a test that you do to get what you want. It's a prayer you say for yourself, submit to what Allah knows is best for you. So if after istikhara, you feel more trouble, confusion, unfounded fear, listen. This may not be the right path. But if, on the contrary, even without having all the answers, you feel peace, perhaps Allah is already showing you the path that your heart alone could not discern. What if this peace was the greatest of silent signs? 5. A silent echo in your heart, that feeling you can't ignore. A moment ago, where you don't know how to explain what you feel. It's not about looks or perfect timing. It's not even a logical sequence of events. It is a feeling, an echo, something deeply silent, but which resonates powerfully in your heart. You don't think about this person obsessively all the time. You don't dream of her like you dream of an idol. No, but every time you think about her, you feel a peace that you cannot justify. As if its existence brought you back to something true, essential. As if your heart was gently repeating, it's him. It's her. And this is not an illusion. It is not an emotion created by the need to be loved or the fear of loneliness. It is deep, calm, soft. It doesn't agitate you, it calms you down. You continue to live your life normally. But in the background, there is this feeling that does not go away. It is neither urgent nor noisy. But he returns with constancy, in the silences, in the invocations, in the moments when your heart speaks more than your tongue. You make dhikr, and without understanding why, this person crosses your mind. You make dua for your future, and your heart subtly slips it into your invocations. Not to claim it as a possession, but because you feel, Ya Allah, if he or she is good for me, then make it easy. And this feeling does not come from the ego. It comes from somewhere higher. It's the kind of link that doesn't require exaggerated promises or everyday proof. It's a silent certainty. Something that only Allah can place in a heart. And sometimes, when it's written, your heart only follows what your soul has already recognized. So don't try to rationalize every beat. Don't try to suppress this feeling just because it has no logic. Maybe this calm, constant, discreet feeling is actually the voice of divine certainty which doesn't make any noise, but who gently prepare yourself to welcome what is destined for you. What if it wasn't an illusion, but a gentle response to your most sincere du'as?